The drama surrounding Rex Ryan's shocking reversal on Shadur Sanders has taken the NFL world by storm. Just days ago, Ryan stood firm in his criticism of the young quarterback, dismissing him as unready and undeserving of a role ahead of Dylan Gabriel. But in a stunning twist, he's now flipped the narrative entirely publicly, calling out Browns coach Kevin Stefanski for not giving Sanders a chance. Praising the same player he so recently condemned, it's a 180-degree turn that has everyone asking, what made Rex Ryan change his mind so suddenly? Was it genuine reflection, or was it damage control after the backlash exploded across the league? Ryan's latest comments came during a heated discussion about the Browns' quarterback situation. He openly argued that the team's priority should be preparing for the future by developing young quarterbacks, rather than relying on aging veterans like Joe Flacco. According to Ryan, the Browns have 2 potential first-round picks next year, which makes this the perfect time to test who might be their long-term leader. And in his words, Shadur Sanders should absolutely be part of that evaluation. Ryan insisted that Sanders has so much ability and should be out there proving himself. To him, the logic is simple. If you're building for the future, you have to give your young talent the chance to grow, even if it means making tough changes now. But the sudden praise for Sanders comes as a stark contrast to Ryan's earlier comments, when he dismissed the quarterback's readiness and doubted his ability to compete at the NFL level. Just a week prior, Ryan's harsh remarks painted a very different picture. He questioned Sanders' commitment, suggested he hadn't earned his place, and implied that the hype surrounding him was overblown. Those comments spread quickly, and within hours, Ryan was facing heavy criticism from fans, analysts, and even former players. The backlash was fierce. Many accused him of unfairly targeting a young player who was simply trying to find his footing in the league. It didn't take long for that criticism to reach the highest levels of the NFL. Reports surfaced that several team owners and even league officials were unhappy with Ryan's comments. In particular, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell was said to have been made aware of the situation and expressed concern that Ryan's remarks had crossed a line, publicly criticizing an up-and-coming player, especially one as prominent as Shadur Sanders. The son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders was seen as not only unprofessional, but potentially damaging to the league's image. Inside sources claimed that Goodell even considered sanctioning Ryan or restricting his media appearances to prevent further controversy. Behind the scenes, the tension was palpable. Ryan's network was reportedly scrambling to manage the situation, urging him to clarify his statements and repair his image before the backlash spiraled further out of control. And that's exactly what he did. Within days, Ryan appeared on air again, this time adopting a completely different tone. Suddenly, he was a vocal supporter of Sanders, calling him a kid with incredible upside and arguing that he deserved real playing time. He went so far as to criticize Kevin Stefanski's decision to have Joe Flacco as the backup instead of Sanders, suggesting that the Browns missed a huge opportunity to groom 2 young quarterbacks for the future instead of relying on an aging veteran who can't get it done anymore. Too many fans. This abrupt reversal felt less like sincere admiration and more like a calculated move to save face. The NFL community isn't known for forgiving easily, and the perception that Ryan was backtracking under pressure became a talking point in itself. Several analysts noted that his newfound praise came only after his initial comments had gone viral, that his timing seemed far too convenient to be coincidental. Even players began to weigh in. Cam Newton, never one to hold his tongue, blasted the entire situation in a candid statement. He accused Ryan and others of perpetuating an unfair circus around Shadur Sanders, and called out the double standards that seem to define how players are treated. Newton argued that the same confidence that gets white quarterbacks praised as leaders often gets young black quarterbacks labeled as arrogant. He pointed out that Sanders' self-belief, the same trait that made Jackson Dart or Baker Mayfield fan favorites, was being unfairly twisted into something negative. When are we going to start realizing that you cannot control people? Newton asked. Some of the same things that people ridicule Shadur Sanders for are the same things they celebrate in others. It's in the eye of the beholder. NFL legend Michael Irvin also chimed in. taking direct aim at Ryan. Irvin argued that the criticism Sanders faced wasn't just about performance, it was about confidence. They're coming after Shedeur because he said he's better than others in the NFL, Irvin said. But if you don't have that confidence, you don't belong in this league. Irvin went on to challenge Ryan personally, saying that if he truly believes in Shedeur now, he should prove it by standing firm in his support instead of shifting his stance based on public reaction. Meanwhile, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski addressed the issue in a press conference, clearly frustrated by the media storm. He dismissed the rumors that Sanders was narcissistic or uncoachable, calling those labels unfair and inaccurate. All of our players, including Shadur, are working extremely hard, Stefanski said. He's doing everything we've asked of him. He's putting in the reps, he's learning, and he's improving. His defense of Sanders drew respect from many fans, as it painted the young quarterback as focused and dedicated, the exact opposite of the narrative Rex Ryan had originally helped create, but the damage had already been done. Once Ryan's comments made headlines, there was no going back. His credibility took a hit, and his standing within NFL media was questioned. Reports suggest that Goodell and other league officials privately warned him about future conduct, making it clear that reckless remarks about players, especially unproven rookies, would not be tolerated. As a result, Ryan's recent glowing remarks about Sanders seem as much about self-preservation as they are about redemption. Still, it's undeniable that Ryan's U-turn says a lot about the current state of media power in the NFL. A single comment can ignite a firestorm, and public perception can shift in hours. In this case, Ryan underestimated how fiercely fans and insiders would defend Shadur Sanders, and how quickly the league would step in to protect one of its rising stars. His attempt to walk back his words has exposed not just his own vulnerability, but the broader truth about modern sports commentary, that reputations can rise or fall with a single soundbite. Rex. Ryan's reversal isn't just about one player, it's about accountability. It's a reminder that in today's hyper-connected NFL world, where every comment is analyzed, recorded, and amplified, words have power. When someone with Ryan's platform takes aim at a young player without evidence or context, the consequences can be immediate and severe. What started as casual criticism spiraled into a controversy that nearly ended his media career. Now, Ryan is left trying to rebuild both his credibility and his connection with fans. His praise of Shadur Sanders might be an attempt to move forward, but the question remains, is it too little, too late? Does anyone truly believe that he's changed his opinion? Or is this just a strategic pivot to protect his job and reputation? So what do you think about Rex Ryan's sudden change of heart? Do you believe he genuinely regrets his comments and now sees Shadur Sanders' potential? Or is this simply damage control after realizing the league and its fans wouldn't let his words slide? And more importantly, do you think media figures should face stronger accountability when they unfairly attack players? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.